Hello and welcome to Lord Fenton Gaming plays Wasteland 2. I'm your host, Lord Fenton. In today's Lord Fenton Gaming's infamous builds, we're going to be exploring Wasteland 2, the perfect party. Now, Wasteland 2 is an isometric RPG game with some serious strategy and tactics. Yes, that's right, you gotta think about your character big time. So let's go get to each character at level 1, shall we? Now, first off, this is Fenton, my leader slash my perception dude, and also a demolition expert. Coordination luck's at 1. I don't care about it much for this type of character build. Awareness is 6. It's great for perception. I can spot people more big time. Strength 2. He's not going to be in meleeing much and such. Speed 4 is alright. Could be better, but still that's fine. Intelligence 10 I did for the skill points, basically, give him more skill points to use from. Charisma I did 4 for now, which is alright. I will pump that since I level up. So let's get to the skills I have for at level 1, shall we? Now, perception I have at 2, so this way I can check things out much better and such, like around the map stuff, spot ambushes and such. Now, hard ass is like those conversations where I can intimidate people to do things my way. Yes, he's my intimidator. Now, my bomb expert is him at 1. That means you can throw grenades and using some nasty stuff. Also disable bombs too, which is dire. Leadership, this keeps people in line from going rogue when they do commands. And for now, he has nothing in perks since he's a level 1 character. So, let's get to our next character, shall we? Next up is Maruka, our outdoors woundsman, weapon master, and such. Yes. Those important skills. She has coordination 4, which is alright, luck 1, awareness, strength, and speed at 4, which is alright. She's going to be carrying the sniper rifle, getting those lucky hits, and she will not be in the front line. Intelligence 10 for the skill points, while charisma at 1, so Maruka, our outdoors woman and slash weaponsmith, is really good. And let's talk about her skills. Kiss ass is the other one where you persuade people to do whatever you want. You kiss their butt, they'll do everything what you want. She also does mechanical repair, which is very great, repairing appliances and such. So this way you can get certain things going your way. Now, weaponsmith, it's really good. She could add mods to weapons, even the great ones if it gets to 10. Outdoors man, which means when you wander Wasteland and such, you can avoid random encounters while traveling. 10 means you do a perfect avoidance. And again, she has 0 for perks, so let's get to our next person, shall we? Now, Dawn Sonia is our deadly field medic. That is right, she has assault rifles and using bladed weapons. Her coordination is alright, average, luck 1, could be better, but I have another character I'm going to recruit later for that. Awareness 6 at this point is great. That's good for her. Her strength is 4 for now, is average. I put her speed to 8 because she's a field medic and I need someone to heal. I want her to be the first one to jump on that. Intelligence I did at 4, which is alright. I could put more points in that, but I have better uses for that, of course. And charisma 1, it's more like a dump stat at this point in this game. Unless you're a leader, like Fenton. Now, assault rifles, that's her ranged weapon. It's the best ranged weapon in the game, believe it or not, are assault rifles, which is great. Broderick, our next guy I'll talk about, has that too. Now, field medic, she can heal and stuff. That's at 2 also on that. That's pretty good too. And bladed weapons, in case she needs to go into melee mode, is at 2. Again, I want to spread some of these characters out in these skills so they don't overlap. Unless it's like Broderick or Dawn Sonia, of course. Still, she will be definitely in the front lines, that is right. She'll be one charging in or shooting him from a distance with the assault rifle. Of course, she has no perk points. So that's it for our deadly field medic. Let's go to our next person, shall we? Now, our next guy is our brute squad, deadly overlord Broderick. He has 4 in coordination, which is alright, enough to get some damage in from range. Luck 1, awareness 6 is good. Now, I gave him strength 8 because blunt weapons are the most deadliest in the game, and he's definitely a front line guy in case I need to go up front. Speed, intelligence is good. I put 4 points for intelligence to get some intelligence points. It's not like the first two we have in our party, and 1 charisma. So our brute squad, Deadly Broderick, is ready to go on the attributes end. So next thing we're going to review after this is the skills he has. Brute force, you break anything like walls and such like that, can be bashed, broken and such. He's going to max that out by the time he's towards end game. He's going to be our break stuff guy. Blunt weapons 2 for now. I will max it out to 10 to make him seriously deadly. In fact, most deadliest blunt user in the game. Assault rifles, again, same thing with Don Sonya, will be maxing out too. This is only 2 people for now will overlap that. So that's our basic level 1 party for now. Now, towards the start of the game might be rough again, but then again, when they get the proper skills up and such, when they level, and the perfect perks they want, they'll be really devastating. Trust me, by the time we get to the end of this video. Now, Fenton and I did was I equipped them with a SMG later, since they are deadly, and start putting points in that. While my sniper, on the other hand, which is Maruka, is going to have 0 points in that. She's just going to have for like pot shots and such like that. Just give her a melee weapon. So that's it for our beginning characters. So now I'm going to do is skip ahead in the video towards the end game, including our 3 party members we will get. So here's the skipping right about now. Now we're in the last part of the game. That's right. We're at the end of the game. We're going to show all of our characters what their skills and abilities are. So let's get to that right now. Now, ignore the 3 amigos equipment and the gorilla suit. I gave Fenton a blunt weapon for giggles. However, he has a nice SMG, which is very powerful. Now, I pumped his awareness up to 8, and then I did was charisma 5 for now. Since he has leadership 10, that will not matter at all. He has some extra experience because of that, which is nice thanks to getting some good charisma. So let's look at his skills, shall we? At this point in the game, he has 10 leadership. That means 0% of your party members going rogue, which is pretty bad in this game. They can run anywhere and get into further trouble. Now, perception 10, that means I can spot anything on the map, and I can spot ambushes too, which is great. I can spot things with that. Now, submachine guns, SMGs, I put at 10 too. Believe me, endgame SMGs can be deadly up close. Even Ralph sometimes shotguns. Demolitions I did at 10 so he could disable any bombs. He also used explosives with deadly accuracy too. Trust me, I threw a few grenades there towards endgame. Now, hardest I did 10, I can intimidate anyone at this point in the game. Now, at this point in the game, after hardest, I did 5 computer skill, just in case I lost Rose or something by accident. And he's our computer guy. Well, backup, which is a good thing. He also could do some robotic damage. So let's look at the perks he has, shall we? Now, first off, Bomberman, which is 20% large area effect when using explosives. Pretty good if you ask me. Downsing is 25% of finding bonus scrap when digging holes. That's right, that is really useful. And scraps gives you money, and you can use that money to buy whatever you want, which is real good. Healthy, I give 1 con per character level. He's more. That's hit points in this game. That's your health. So he's at level 40. That's plus 40 health now. Or he has 20% max carry weight due to the low strength he has. Still, he can carry more than he should. Improve explosive, 50% chance of recovering grenade type weapons when disarming booby traps and mines. Excellent in my opinion, especially late game when you stop piling bombs. Now, long arm is throwing range increases, which is even better. So you just stand back, throw the grenade, boom. It's kind of like Divinity Original Sin when you play the Enhanced Edition. Robotics is 20% damage versus robots, and since that's why I picked the computer hacking for him on that end, which is really good at this point. Tactical positioning is 25% damage dealt to enemies from behind. At this point with SMGs is deadly. I basically turned him into a rogue, A ranged rogue, in fact. And believe me, in game, he would start taking out people like crazy. Taunt I did was a minus 3% chance to hit when enemies are within leadership range. So if they get in mine range, yeah, their chance to hit go down the crapper. And their weather is another great perk too. Minus 15% damage taken from crits. I have everybody in the party with that, which is really good at this point of the game. So let's look at Maruka at this next point in the video. Now our mechanical repair woman slash weapon smith still has the sniper rifle and the Three Amigos outfit and a bladed weapon, which is alright, but still she's going to hang back and start pelting people. Still miss most of the time, but I have her for more important things. I boost up her coordination so she misses less often and such. I kept her awareness, strength, and speed at 4, which made her really good. Still has the same 10 intelligence, same 1 charisma and luck. Again, charisma is a dump stat, and luck I have a character for that. Now, kiss ass, she could persuade people more often at 10. Basically everybody in the game once you get that, which is really good. Now, weaponsmith I did at 10 too. She could install any mods at this point, which is really nice. I do mean really nice. The good stuff she can install on anybody's mods and then handle the weapon. Now outdoorsman at this point, well, basically what outdoorsman is, she can spot anything on the map and the map gets revealed to you like snap. Pretty good if you're going for the trophy on exploring and such, so you know where the hidden stuff is. Now mechanical repairman I maxed out, which is really great at this point. Then I start maxing out her sniper rifle so she misses less often and be more proficient in that. Now I did alarm disabling, so our NPC who I recruited, Scotochmo, will have a backup to that, which is really good at this point in the game. Yes, I have a backup for the NPCs and such, which is good. Now, Explorer is great. 50% vision range on the world, applies to catches and mysterious shrines. Great way to spot things very early on. I do mean early on. Here you go. Okay, there's that hidden shrine up ahead. Let's get to it. Okay, radiation field. We'll wait till we upgrade our radiation suits. Handyman is great. No critical failures when using mechanical repair. That's a must-have. Healthy again, extra hit points. She has 38 since she has level 38 extra con in the game, which is real great. Reinforced playing +1 armor when wearing heavy armor, which is really good if you want to go that route. That's why I have her equipped with that, and she's great. Scout is a low version of the other one, 25% vision on the world map. Very useful, extremely useful early on. And Silver Tongue, which means you get discounts. That means discounts on buying bullets, buying weapons, buying supplies, medical supplies, etc., etc. Since she has kiss ass at 7, that's great. Take ring is 1 action point when wearing light armor. That's when I start using that. I was like, oh man, this is nice, that extra AP. Whether I did the same thing as Fenton and everybody else in the party, you should know the drill on that by now, which is really good. And World Traveler, everything gets revealed on the map. No more snooping around. Boom, you go to that spot. Very useful if you're a trophy / achievement hunter or a Steam achievement hunter if you're going for those. Let's get to our next party member, shall we? Now, at this point in the game, she's very deadly with SMGs and bladed weapons, like this nice machete and such. And she's starting to wear some armor, which is nice. I pumped her awareness up a little bit. Then I did was speed up. Intelligence I start pumping up towards the end game because I want more of those skill points. She has more skill points to put into, so this way she'll be a badass, of course, in that department, which is really good since she's already at that level of excellence with the melee and the assault rifle. I maxed out her field medic, so our field medic now could heal anybody, and she could even heal herself with the right perk, which I did give her that. Now, assault rifle, like I did with Broderick, is deadly. So she's now deadly at range, especially with the assault rifle that she has at this point in the video. Now, bladed weapons, she is extremely deadly at that. So she has the best bladed weapons in the game, of course. Couple that with assault rifle, along with Broderick, or two frontline fires are extremely deadly at this point. Now, I did start pumping up Surgeon because in case, again, I lost Rose on something, she can start resurrecting people on that end, which is really good. I do mean really good. And that's one of our front end fighters, and she's really good at that at this point in the video. Now, there's the combat book. I did not give it to her. I'll explain a little bit after I pass her. Now, Fill Model Jacket, again, +1 armor penetration when using assault rifles. That's very good. Glancing, when foes try a counterattack, gets 50% damage every time they get hit. And there's tiers for that, which is really good. I do mean really good. So when a foe goes around you or tries to get away, hit him with the blade, 50% damage. If you do 100% damage with a blade, you do 50% damage with the glancing strike, which is really good in my eyes. And foes will try getting a cover like that. And this one is Gunner, which is -5% chance hit penalty, which is really good when you go into burst fire mode. Burst fire mode a few times saved my skin. Healthy, I did like everybody else. You should know the drill on that. By down on that. Next up is On the Mend, 10% effective from healing items. That means she heals much better in her stock, and healing others in the party just raise up. Now again, this is the Opportunistic Strike bladed, 75% more damage, or say normal damage now instead of 50, which is really good at this point of the game. You start hack people like crazy. Samurai is +1 armor penetration when using bladed weapons. So now she has range and melee with that armor penetration. Stim packs, this is a great one. 2% con automatically heal per turn when in combat. So if you're going from one combat to another, and your hit points are down, it starts to heal up. It does add up very nicely. I do mean really nicely, in my personal opinion. To the point where she's a tough frontliner, and then whether I did like everybody else, you should take that. Probably one of the first perks you take. That's it for our deadly field medics. So our next person is Broderick, our brute squad member. He has the same SMG now. The hammer he has is very deadly. 200 plus damage at that point, which is really nice. Besides, the gorilla suit makes him look awesome at this point of the game. He's wearing heavy armor too, so he's overall a badass at this point of the game. So we'll look at stats next. Now, coordination, luck's about the same. Awareness, I put 1 or 2 points into that. I kept his strength the same. Same thing with speed. Then I start pumping his intelligence up, so you start getting those skill points more. So he has more skills to play with and such, instead of a few others. Charisma still 1, it's a dump stat. Luck still 1, I have somebody else in the party for that. That's going to be revealed next, of course. So overall, his attributes, stats, are really great. So Broderick's a great blunt using assault rifle using frontliner, which is really nice at this point. Now, also with the strength I have him set up, he also could break anything down with ease too, which is really great. So let's look at the skills, shall we? Now, 10 brute force at this point in the game, you could break anything. I do mean anything, like objects in the world, bashed, broken, pushed, or struck. So at this point, he's deadly. Also, I got the combat shooting book in the game, which was the second half of the game. I gave it to him because blunt weapons are the most powerful melee weapons in the game, and I want him to have it. And he could crit more often too, so he's our deadly brute squad assault rifle using and hammer swinging dude. That's right, he is extremely deadly at this point in the game. And you automatically get 10 in that when you read the book. Unfortunately, there's only one book in the game. Unless you use some cheat, then yeah, shame on you on that. So his assault rifle, like Don Sonia, is at 10, which is really deadly. So our two frontline people could shoot from a long distance at deadly accuracy, which is really nice. That's the setup I did. And the next one I did was blunt 10. Yes, blunt weapons, that's right. He is deadly at this point in the game, swinging that hammer if foes get too close. And you just go crazy with that. I started with him with energy weapons in case I fight enemies with conductive armor at this point in the game. So if I decide to go that route and fight those, yeah, then I use those. But then again, let's go to the perks. Apply force, because of brute force 5, he can stun enemies with a 5% chance when using melee weapons, and add that to blunt weapons, he can stun more often than not. Full metal jacket, same thing as Don Sonia. Glancing strike, this is a blunt version. When enemies get by you and they get around you, try getting the cover, they take 50% normal damage, which is really nice in my opinion. Again, I use this a lot because sometimes I get in range. Now, next up is Gunner. That's the same thing as Don Sonia, which is real nice. Healthy, I did the same thing at this point for everybody, which is real great for more con. Melee shooting, same thing with Don Sonia, which is negative 35% penalty when they're up close. Opportunity strike is like the other one, but with 75% damage instead of 50, which is really good. Shoulder to load, blunt weapon 6, minus 25% combat speed penalty when wearing heavy armor. And he is using heavy armor, so at this point he has no problem. And weather is the same thing as the other builds, so overall project is really great. So our next portion is going to be our 3 companions that I do recruit during the course of the game. They're all in the first half, by the way. So let's look at them, shall we? Our favorite drunkard, shotgun using thief, Scotochmo. Yes, he's the best shotgun user in the game. I gave him a pickaxe for giggles because he's not going to be using that much, since the shotgun's going to be our close range weapons. His coordination and luck is really good. His intelligence is pretty good too for those skill points. Speed strength is average. Awareness is crap, which is unfortunate since he's a drunk after all. And Charisma 1, again, dump stat, but still, you gotta love Scotochmo. He's a great character overall. And he's great for cracking safes and breaking into things easily. So let's go examine his skills. It's our safe cracker, lockpicker. Now, safe cracking 10, he could get in any safes at this point in the game without any problems, no critical failures, nothing like that. Breaks in those, and that's it. Now, couple it with lockpicking, you got Master Thief, you can break into anything. Now, shotgun 10, he can do a lot more damage with that, and he's very nasty with his shotgun, especially towards end game. You just gotta time your shotgun usage right so you don't hit your party members. You also go break cover too, way have them set up, which is really grand. Bust his cover, they run to another cover, while my party members kill him very easily. Same thing with lockpicking, I did at 10 too, so you can open anything at this point without any problems, no critical failures or nothing like that. So I did was Barter 3, or I should say 2 really, because he has a buff in that, because I felt Barter at this point in the game, it's alright, I need something to dump into. So his perks I did was Careful Hunter, so 25 less chance of friendly fire when using shotguns, that is right. Our friends won't get hit much thanks to Scotochmo. That's right, he's more awesome than that. Harden, again I gave him that so he has a +1 base armor, since he does need that armor. Healthy, again, more con, more hit points in the game, which is really good at this point. And Hoarder, I gave him 20% max carry weight, since his strength wasn't up to snuff in some degree. I felt like he should be carrying more. Master Thief, this is great. So no more critical failures with lockpicking or safe cracking. Bad news is you need lockpicking 10, safe cracking 10. So when you do either of those, you cannot fail anymore at that. It won't be inaccessible if you fail. Obliterator, This blows cover and completely destroys it with a shotgun. I use this a lot. It is really nice. Do me really nice. Now, Powder Packer, 10% chance of finding bonus ammo when looting party-wide. You can find it anywhere. This is great because it spreads out to the party. Someone finds it, Scotochmo points out, oh, there's more ammo. Tormentor is 10% damage to enemies and cover. I picked that for him because he's going to be using a shotgun blowing away cover and such. He's real deadly with that. Weather, just like everybody yells, you know the drill. That's basically with Scotochmo. Next up is Rose. She's our hacker slash surgeon, which is really nice. I gave her a pistol because she's best with that in the game. Blunt weapon I just gave her for giggles and such. Gave her light armor because I felt like she's better in that. And she's really good though. You get in the first half of the game if you do a certain path. Coordination's pretty good. Luck is Scotochmo is better, of course, on that. Awareness is decent. Strength and speed is bad, so I wouldn't advise not using her as a pack mule. You got everybody else in the party for that. Intelligence is great. She has more skill points to get because of that. Charisma 3 is alright, but she's also our smart ass too, which she's really good at that, trust me. And overall, our surgeon's really good, slash hacker, slash smart ass. Let's get to the skills. Surgeon 10, she can revive anyone with ease and without any problems too. She can also move status effects gained from injuries, which is great. Also, she's deadly with a handgun, which I gave her that for the ranged weapon. She's going to be pelting things in the back, which is great. Now, smartass, I gave her 10 on that, so she can be a smartass to anybody and get away with it. It's kind of like Bluff from Neverwinter Nights, but you're more a smartass people, which is awesome. So next up is alarm disabling. She can disable alarms on any devices and such, so it doesn't get set off, and no extra combat if alarm does get set off, which is great. So this is really good and such, and I love it overall with the Rose on the alarm disabling. And like I said, in Scotochmo, after disable alarm, and he could get the safe, which is really nice. Computer science, she can hack anything, even hack empty robots and stuff and rewire them to fight on your side. It's kind of like Ralphy or next person with ammo taming. I start putting 4 in blunt at this point too because I need some stats to dump into, which was the logical choice I did on that. So for Rose, our surgeon, smartass, alarm disabling hacker slash handgun user, this is the way you should go for her. Now let's look at our perks. Cyber Scrounger, gain energy cells when using computer science alarm disabling. The reason why I did that is I could sell the cells off at the beginning of the game for cash. So this way I use it to buy much more better things, of course. So let's look up the next one besides getting money from cells. Ghosts no longer trigger ambushes. This is great for alarm disarming. So when you're in combat or walking around the map, you no longer trigger ambushes thanks to Rose. Healthy, I gave her the extra hit points. She needs that badly, of course. Overclocker, hack empty robots automatically gains overclock buff. They work at your side, which is really nice. I do mean really nice. And they have a little zip in their step too, which they go really fast too. And Rose is great with robots and synthetics, which is really great in this game. Quick reflexes, 3% evasion thanks to alarm disabling, which is really nice. I do mean really nice for her. And those kind of perks you want for her since she's our surgeon or reviver. Now robotics, 20% damage versus robots like I did with Fenton, but she has it first. She has bonus damage with robots, and she gets lucky with a handgun. Well, she's really good. I got some trust me on that. Now when you revive a person with a smooth operator, they get 20 con, which is 20 hit points in this game, which is really good versus 1 hit point instead of getting knocked down again. Well, she has 20 hit points on the person she just revived and weathered like I did with everybody else. And overall, you get her in the first half of the game if you take a certain path. Now, I did Zero is great though, because you could zero in on the same target, keep on shooting, you do more damage each time, more crit bonus when you get a crit. Really great too when you're fighting bosses or tough foes. Believe me, it's great. So let's talk about Ralphy next. Good old Ralphy, our fist fighting, our ammo whisperer and toaster repairman, is really good. You get him in the first half of the game when you visit the first real town. That's right, when you get him, he's worth the investment in my mind. He's real good, and he's also a fist fighter. I gave him claws, which I think was the second best in the game. His coordination could use some help. His luck is good in the middle tier. Awareness strength is good. Could be a little bit better, but still, oh well. Speed is good 5. His intelligence 6 is good for some skill points. And at 4 charisma is nice. That's why he has 1 extra level, which is really good on that end. And Ralphy's really good though. I mean, he's really good. He surprised me a few times with his fist fighting in the game. And early on with the ammo companion, he tamed some animals and had him fighting our side too. Now, I maxed out brawling to 10 at this point because he's our frontline fist fighter too. And besides taming and repairing toasters, he's really good at that. Now, our toaster repairman, you can find anything in toasters in this game. That is right. Toasters, you could find some great stuff. I do mean some great stuff. Yeah, I maxed at the 10 and I found some wonderful things. I even found a lore book in the game, which is really good. Now, next up is Animal Whisperer. This is great for first half of the game. Second half, it's alright for some of it. But first half, there's a lot of animals there, and you could charm them to join your side until the battle's over and such, which is really good. Now, I gave him Surgeon 3 so he would back up Resurrector, which is real nice, and Lockpicking 2. He's our backup lockpick in case I lose either NPCs, so I gave him Camo because he's like negative 10% water consumption on world map. Stacks with multiple squad members because he has Ammo Whisperer 3. That is really nice too. And water is very important on the world map. No water, your characters start to take con damage. They could die from that, and it's really bad in the game. Now, this one's really good. 10% chance to inflict random precision strike status effects on enemies when attacking with fists. Of course, brawling. This is really good. I had some fun with that. Glancing blows, I did great too. Started at 50, 75, and I think I gave him the full damage because he needed some health big time. And there's not much perks he had though with the other stuff. Healthy, I gave him more 20 more hit points. He has 38 extra hit points, not 20. Junk Diver is very good. When you find junk items at 50%, you find another junk item, you can sell that for cash, and you can buy some other things, thanks to being a toaster repairman. We're going to look at our next perk on Ralphy's list, which is Opportunity Strike, which is now 75% damage when enemies try to go around Ralphy, and Ralphy can beat them up. Really good too. It's not like what bladed and blunt weapons, but still nice for him to have. Now, Strategic Strike, he does full damage when enemies try to go around him, which is really nice. That would be nice for him too. So again, Strategic Strike is great for Ralphy. Now, Toaster Expert, 50% chance to find bonus loot when using Toaster Repair. This is really good too. You can find some nice extra stuff with it when you repair those toasters. Yes, that's right. Now, whether I did like same as everybody else, overall, Ralphy's a great person on Toaster Repair and Animal Empathy and such. So that's good. In File, this is a great party setup with the skills, stats, and abilities and such. You can get far in the game. You start weak, but you quickly build nicely. And that's great for this build. Well, that's it for today's video. This is Lord Fenton signing off. Please like, comment, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. Layers all.